I am here to help you. Good evening. Today we are going to talk in detail about how to avoid anxiety in your life so that you can get a restful night's sleep. I hope I can help you avoid future anxiety attacks. To accomplish this, we need to think about time. Time is not a linear line. Past, present, future. This is how you're programmed to think about time. But in reality, time is a never-ending loop. And as we discuss this tonight, we will see that all the anxieties of the past, present, and future in a looped timeline will combine to cause great stress and anxiety in your life. Once you understand this, you can begin to compartmentalize past and future issues and concentrate on the present and achieve that proper night's rest. So sit back in your easy chair or lie down in your bed. Put your headphones on and relax and enjoy our conversation about how time affects anxiety and stress in your life. We are programmed from a very young age. Time to get up, time to go to school, time to eat, time to go to bed. And even in our moments of pleasure, we set standards based on time. It's time to go to the park. It's time to have fun. It's time to stop having fun. Many of life's simple tasks are dictated in terms of time. And I keep saying and repeating time as I ask you to loosen up, relax, sit back in your chair, or lie down, close your eyes, picture that loop, that infinity symbol of endless, always connected time, that ribbon of time and space that has no beginning and no end. I repeat this because as you listen to my voice, I want you to resolve yourself to think about time. I want you to think about all those moments in your life dictated to you by time. Appointments, weddings, funerals, school, tests. That's right, tests. Sporting events, lunch, the minor little details in your life, dictated to you by the arms of a clock, by time. What happens is the alarm goes off and your body jumps, your mind races, you lose your unconscious mind, and your conscious mind takes over in a split second. In a heartbeat, time has turned you from off to on. And in this moment of time, you suddenly realize you're already late. You're already late because it takes so much time to brush your teeth, so much time to comb your hair, to eat your breakfast, to take your medication, to warm up your car on a cold, cold day. And we punish ourselves. We pile stress upon stress upon stress upon ourselves, like a little pebble thrown into a pond. The circles, the concentric circles flowing outward, that tiny little moment, that tiny little pebble of stress emanating outward towards the edges of the lake. Soon the entire surface of the pond is rippled with tiny, tiny waves that gradually become greater and greater in size until the entire surface of the lake is covered with the stresses of that tiny little pebble of an issue of time. Have you ever thought about things this way? Have you ever thought about all the moments in your life, in your past, tiny arguments or big arguments that you said, I'm going to put this away. I'm not going to dwell on this anymore. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. Yet there it is. There it is, rippling out through your thoughts, through the physiological aspects in your body that mark stress. Your heart racing a little bit every time you think of that old, sad, awful memory. The adrenaline rush when you see somebody from the past who was a burden to you, who caused you stress, who was not a true friend. Think about this for a moment. These are pebbles, one after another, striking the surface of the pond, which is your unconscious mind. And these pebbles slowly build and send out more and more confusing and crossing and mixing waves until the entire surface of the lake is rippled with stress. And even the past is a culprit. Even the present is a villain. Today you have appointments. Today you have lessons to plan. Today you have work to be done on your car. Today you must address issues with your family. These are major hurdles every day in your life that add piles and piles of pebbles onto our problems. And this stack of pebbles grows, the past into the present, heading headlong into the future because tomorrow brings more issues. Tomorrow brings more problems. Tomorrow is also the enemy. And we have no way of combating this, no way of shutting off the faucet, shutting off the conveyor belt of pebbles slowly dropping into the pond of our consciousness. So, how do we combat these issues? How do we make time our friend and not our enemy? I want you to consciously think of yourself as flexible. Listen to my voice. Listen to the inflections of my voice. And understand that you are fluid. You are not rigid. Your body has flexibility. You are not a solid block of ice. You can be a flowing stream of water. You can bend as the stream of water bends and flows around the base of giant rocks and the roots of strong trees. You can flow over the barriers put before you and be fluid. You can become water. And as you become flexible, listen to my voice. Listen to what I'm about to say. If you were flexible enough, you would no longer be a head. You would no longer be feet. You would no longer be torso. No longer a sum of so many parts. Where your head begins, where your feet stop, doesn't matter anymore. You've become flexible. Your hands are now your feet. Your head is now your torso. Your torso is now tumbling over and over like a ribbon of time. You are connected, one to the other. No longer endpoints, only middle. In your body, your consciousness loops in a loop of never-ending time. You can see now the past, how you continually repeat interpersonal problems with people, how history constantly repeats itself. You can see how you make the same financial mistakes over and over again. You can see how you chose to look at the alarm clock in a negative manner. And you can choose to look at the alarm clock in a positive fashion. You can make these decisions for yourself. You can break the programming that has kept you bound for so long in a straight line of repeating mistakes. You can finally forgive your past transgressions. Let them go. Let them go. And choose not to repeat those same mistakes. You can choose to not hate anymore. You can choose to quit looking at the alarm clock as a hateful, evil enemy and look at it as a helpful assistant. Something there to aid you, to help you keep yourself moving forward in another direction. Now there I said it. Did you hear what I said with my voice? I said something that I live by, and I want you to hear it again in full detail. You can choose to look at the issues of your life as stone-walled problems. A car hitting a wall. But you forget that car has a steering wheel. And you can go right or left when you come to that wall. And when a problem confronts you, you can choose to turn the wheel and go forward in another direction. The alarm clock is my friend. He aids my start of every day. He chooses to give me notice, to help me on my journey forward in another direction. Can you understand that? Can you hear it? Can you hear those words resonating in your mind? I choose to go forward in another direction. I choose to stop blaming my past interpersonal problems with friends and family on my current and future consciousness. I forgive those who transgressed against me. And I use the lessons they taught me to help me go forward in another direction. When I lost, I chose to be a loser. Now I choose to take that lesson learned and apply the wisdom of my failure to my potential success in the future. I choose to stop being shackled by my past mistakes in time. And at the present, I choose to use these lessons in a positive manner to go forward into the future in a new direction. I choose to be kind. I choose to quit blaming the past. I choose to quit hating my present. And I choose to quit loathing the future. My present is filled with opportunities to change my life. My future is wide open. My future is grand because I now have the tools of the past unfettered, unshackled, to apply wisdom of my current situation. I will never fear the future again, because the future has already been decided by my current, present, and my past actions. I can no longer despise the future when I love the present. I love the person that I have become. I love myself. Time is no longer an enemy. Time is my ally. Time allows me to see the past as lessons learned, wisdom gained, and apply those lessons to my present life. And the future is so open to me. How can I fail with a future so bright, bright as a newborn star? These are the lessons of reducing stress in your life, taking yourself to task, and finding new hope in your own actions. Never be ashamed of who you are. No one is perfect. There was only one man ever born who claimed to be of no sin. All of us are flawed, and you can choose to get on that train and go in a straight, linear line down the tracks, making the same mistakes over and over again as the conductor punches your ticket. Or you can choose to run your train track in a circular motion. Your train goes round and around, and you can see all sides of the circle. You can see all of the mistakes, all of the blessings in life as that train spins round and round that track. And you can choose to pull the wisdom and lessons learned from your experiences to apply them anywhere on that track, because you can see all parts of your life now. When you throw that pebble into that pond, the ripples go down to the bottom. Listen to my voice. When you throw that pebble into that pond, the ripples of the pebble go down to the bottom, and the pond that is your life is as placid and as smooth as glass. It's time to decide. The train whistle is blowing. Do you choose to ride down the track, station after station, failure after failure, mistake after mistake? Or do you choose to run your life in a new direction? The choice is appreciate all of you who took the time to share my last sleep aid video. Any comments on this video I will appreciate, and I love hearing your feedback. I will respond to all comments left on this video, negative or positive. I will choose to take the lessons left in the comment section as feedback that I can build on, and I will build my pebbles into a new foundation of wisdom and lessons learned, and the pond that is my consciousness will be as smooth as glass. Thank you. God bless you.